All right, I make my grand return. We should be about ready to... Oh, yeah, I have to manually click because my stream deck's all weird with OBS right now. That's what I gotta do. Ready to see this through. And, oh my goodness, I thought that was some enemy on, like, the side of the screen that started attacking that was, like, coming in from the left. But no, it was just a sheer starting to swing around her weapon there. Hearing a lot of people saying that Guernica Vandom is actually Mio and Noah's kid from one of their previous lives. What, like that kid that we never found out the name of, for example? Maybe. Like, oh, you kiddo, you go on and stuff and do the things. You'd think that if that kiddo was Vandom, though, that, you know, he would have decided, like, it's fate by looking at Noah and Mio as people, rather than looking at Noah's sword and being like, ah, must be fate then. Because it was Noah's sword specifically that caused attention rather than, you know, Noah as Noah, you know. But yeah, let's just see here. This theme, it's like a mix of both the End Lies Ahead and Yggdrasil, but with leitmotifs from this game here. Do you mean in terms of like feel for like a mix of those ones, or like actually having some leitmotifs from those as well? Because I didn't quite notice myself. Oh, this is clearly going right down into the core. Look at this. Look at this here. Do you mind? Do you maybe mind? Look at this. Central defense. Oh. Okay, maybe it doesn't lead right down. Maybe we have a little bit more dungeon to go. Maybe. How the heck do I get over there? This is such a crazy dungeon. Is this like a, what is this? Well, it's a landmark, so I'll take it. So ow! Oh my goodness gracious, my health. No, please. Maybe I should just be running around as lands, just be safe. Might not be the worst idea in the world, actually. Let's do that. Let's do that. Fiel has got futuristic music here like the World Tree, and hero leitmotifs like the End Lies Near or the End Lies Ahead. Huh. Defense Tower 1. I'll pay some more close attention when I'm not being attacked like I am constantly. You know, I'm kind of constantly being attacked here. Is this a way through? I don't think it is, but I'll check anyway. It's not. Ow, do you mind? Do you mind, good sir slash madam? End Lies Near? Yeah, I know what you mean. Meaning like the End Lies... Gosh dang it. One of my favorite final dungeon themes in gaming history right there. Quite frankly. Are these the... These were the thingamabobs that you were saying look kind of like core crystals? Except they're cube rather than... I don't want to say core crystals are circular, but you know what I mean. Like, more circular in general, but, you know, having like the flat size and stuff. Prison Island 2.0, that's right. Yeah. Straight up, this is a really, really insane and really, really big dungeon. I'm just gonna hit the auto battle button. I'm feeling lazy. I'm feeling lazy. Just gonna kick back, chill out, and just like pass out over here and stuff. Like to think those are core crystals would be interesting. Would be an interesting thing there. Nice camera angle here. I mean, I can change the camera angle even while in a auto battle there. This is what I can do, but I mean, yeah, we got all these pink guys. Ugh, all these pink guys all over the place.
That was spectacular.
Was it spectacular? There's a unique boss over there. Door! Defense Tower 2.
Look at all you roaches scurrying out of the woodwork. You've got some guts. Ouroboros. X.
You want Zed, right? Well, you can't have him.
You still think you're calling the shots here? I'll prove you wrong, once and for all.
Okay, well, I guess this is the boss battle against Moebius X. I do wonder how bosses like this or side stories like unis are handled if you do them like after beating the game. Like if you've beaten the game and canonically beaten Moebius X, what happens if you go run into Moebius X in uni side story? Oh my goodness, I'm 13 levels over leveled and it doesn't even matter. I'm good old hard mode here. But yeah. How do you get her to appear here? Wait, did it not happen for you? Is it because I did Uni's side story then? Did you do Uni's side story, Guzma? Are you saying that this just straight wasn't a boss that you faced? You what now? Is that what? A trick balloon? No, you just got Y? So you got Y here and I got X. Well, you see, that's your problem. You went to the store and you bought Pokemon Y version, but I went to the store and I bought Pokemon X version, you see? So the legendary Pokemon that you fight is version dependent. I hope that, oh my goodness gracious. I hope that clears up the confusion. I think Senna can revive. Yep. I did add that item. So if I lose Uni and Tyon, it's not completely over. Is the case. Pokemon Y is definitely superior. What are you talking about? Pokemon X is the only real way to go. Obviously. Gosh dang it. But yeah, that's clearly what's going on here. Wait, I'm just now noticing. She goes into like ultra piss mode like pretty early on in the health bar there, and she has like an absurd amount of health. Maybe this is just one of those bosses that like you don't actually see through to the end. You'll just do like part way and then like a cutscene happens. Because that early of going into like super piss mode. X was actually the one you got. Same. Same here. I'll do this. You don't think so, even though you didn't face this boss apparently? Let's see here. Break maybe? Darn you with your resistance. Darn you. Sure, maybe bleed. But yeah, wasn't anything like that with Y. What I'm saying is like, what if I take her health down a decent bit and then it switches to Y? Is what I mean. If Moebius X isn't something that every player faces, you know, that's what I more so mean. Like, just do her partially and then get Y right after. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Let's freaking Inferno Wheel. It looks cool. It looks a little bit cooler than the top thingamabob, the Demon Slayer. Flag! Flag her! Get her account banned! But yeah. You know, this isn't the area where Y. Oh, weird. But so when you were playing, you just went through this area and there was no boss at all? Is what you mean? So let's see here. Break? Darn you. Darn you. This is going to be a little bit silly, but I'm going to use a lot more party members right now than I probably should. Yeah, I shouldn't have even used Lancer. I was too tempted by like the plus 15 in this situation. There were regular enemies, but you couldn't go past the door unless you beat them. So I'm just like the super spicy one that actually gets like an additional boss here. But yeah, I do not. Like, I assume Zed. Console Zed, who's going to like turn out to be Bonanza or something. I don't know. I just presume there. But so hold on. So just to clarify, did you do Uni's side story before beating the game? Because if I had to guess, that's what I'd assume would be like the difference maker there, right? Probably. I don't know. I don't know. Come on, break. Woo, we actually got it. We actually got the thing. Okay, so you didn't. So that's probably what the difference is then, right? Like, that's gotta be the fact that I already like faced off against Moebius X once earlier with that side story. So it probably is good that I went around doing all the side stories and stuff, right? Probably. Probably. Yeah, big smackarood. Got some numbers on the screen. Bravo. Okay. So we used Tyon and Noah there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to use Mio. If I want the Ouroboros order, is what I'm gonna have to do. So let's topple like that. Sit down. Sit down on the ground. And then, yeah, we have topple on Tyon, but not the daze thing. Maybe I should have the daze thing on him instead. Oh, wait. No, for whatever reason, I thought I got myself all mixed up for a hot second. But not quite. Okay. And then freaking do this. Like that. Go to sleep. Go sleep now. Go just chill out sleeping. All right, get lightning quicked. Yeah, Mio's the only one here in her canonical class. This is the case because Zephyr is pretty good. Not going to lie. All right, bam. Get your death of 1,000 cuts. And then like, let's see here. I don't know. Sure, let's do the Jaws of Death. Full final boss section on 1 attempt will take about an hour or so. I mean, that's about how long N took me. A little bit longer than that, actually. Part 1, when I was cutting up the last stream into parts, part 130 was like an hour 20 minutes long, and it's just like the end boss battle, essentially. Yeah, I will certainly try not to die. Considering we were able to do that end boss fight while quite underleveled, I'm sure we'll be a-okay, right? Probably. Probably. Get big stabbed. All right, amazing, amazing. Look at that damage ratio. Look at it. Numbers. Yeah, there's that too. Like, I feel like that might be one of my least favorite final boss sections in a video game is Octopath Traveler. Just because you have to spend like an hour doing the freaking 8-boss rush leading up to Galdera. You know, every time you want to attempt. Yeah, look at the freaking numbers now. It's crazy. Wait, we have Interlink level 3 here at the ready. Oh, you're debuffing us. You're so dang rude. Can we break you? Neat, we can, and now we can art cancel into gosh dang it, you broke me back. How dare you? Power charge for all. Like, because it was a challenge. I like the challenge. I don't like the fact that you have to spend over an hour of like bosses just like for the opportunity to put in an attempt, you know. It's just like, well, you lost. Time to like redo an hour of boss rushes that aren't even that hard. Like Galdera was really hard, but the boss rush leading up to Galdera was not very hard if you were properly prepared for Galdera. Is the case, I guess, but I still like that. I would have much preferred just the option to refight Galdera once you were done with like the 8-boss rush. Like, just have the 8-boss rush complete and then it's like done forever, and then like you can rebattle Galdera whenever you want. That's what I would have much preferred. But yeah, big boss fight halfway through the Octopath mobile game that has 4 phases. Brutal. No, I guess Moebius X is just like a full boss here. Is what it's seeming kind of like. Stop with the debuffs. Why is it that whenever I try to inflict debuffs on enemies, it almost never works? The enemies are able to inflict debuffs on me super easy peasy. Well, I'll get one shot, I guess, Mio. Get one shot there. Will we be able to get the break here, though? All right. The chain attack just finished charging up there, so I can do this. I don't know. Sure, let's do that. Also, this is like one of the things that came with the laptop. I can probably move it. I was just looking on the camera there. I was like, well, that's slightly distracting there. Oh, when I was talking about stuff going on earlier, I was mentioning how it's like, I don't know whether I mentioned stuff that's going on with the truck yet. Like, maybe I might have mentioned this during the last stream. I don't remember. But just in case I haven't, for something else kind of interesting to mention. So, we were having a lot of trouble getting the tires off on my old truck there. Mostly because the passenger side came off really, really easily. But the driver's side was just darn near impossible to get off, and we had no idea why. We just kept turning and turning, and they were not getting any looser. Was the case, to the point that like 2 of the bolts snapped off completely. And we were like, what the heck? Do we just have to like force all these off and then replace them completely? Well, we found out about a week ago, a little bit less than a week ago, I think, that it turns out that some freaking maniac at Chrysler in like the 40s and 50s was like, huh, what if we have the driver's side be reverse threaded? That sounds cool, because apparently they were worried about like the tires coming off or something like that, and apparently that would like slightly decrease the odds of the tires coming off some way, somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that worked. But yeah, that totally won't screw up anybody down the line. Having the passenger's side be righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and the driver's side being righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. So we were just freaking making them tighter and tighter the whole time. And we didn't think that they would have to be spun the other way since they came off super easy on the passenger side. But it's literally just the opposite way on the driver's side. So we got them off now. But now I need to order like these special 1950s reverse threaded bolts online, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna be cheap. I'm probably gonna be paying anywhere from like $50 to $100 just to replace like these tiny little metal bolts from this mistake of snapping them off, because we didn't realize that some maniac in the 40s and 50s would be like, oh yes, let's just have the driver's side be opposite. That's totally not gonna mess anybody up. Yeah, it is. So I'm kind of ticked off about it, but hey, now I know, I guess. Now I'll know for the rest of my life that from the 40s to 50s, Chrysler was reverse threading the driver's side of their vehicles for some reason. They stopped doing it in the early 60s. Now I know, and it's something that I'm gonna know for the rest of my life at this point. But you know, so there's that. But yeah, still shocked to bring him back, and they're gonna give him his own theme. If halfway is 4 phases, an Octopath endgame fight was super crazy. Can't imagine how crazy they're gonna make the ending of the mobile game against Human Caldera. Be pretty crazy. I'm looking forward to hearing music and stuff with. Oh, this is my last order. I'm not gonna. Gosh dang it! That means I'm not gonna get the Ouroboros order, and we didn't even get Ashira's thing or Bob either. Wow, get out RNG'd, I guess. Or something. Can we get the break? At least we get the break. At least we get that, right? At least there's that. All right, this is the time where the topple hero will come in handy. Is the case. So yeah, I'm a little bit ticked off about that. Like, the tires are off now. Is the thing. We did successfully get the tires off, and when I get the chance, I'll bring them to a cousin of mine that works at a Cal Tire and get them replaced with something of about equivalent size there. Get some new tires on the thing. And now that the tires are off, it's possible to fix the brakes if we have somebody come in that helps us like fix the brakes there, since nobody in my immediate family knows how to do it. Well, apart from like my cousin that I could bring things to, but like he's a decent ways out. So it'll probably be a while before I even get like the tires through him, because he lives a decent ways out is the case. But yeah, so at least the tires are off. Progress is being made on the truck, but I'm freaking ticked off that I'm gonna be losing probably like $100 for no other reason than not knowing that that's how it was designed back then. And like, who would have guessed that? Like, if we hadn't been told that by someone who knows a lot more about this, like, I would never have guessed that. But I guess it really goes to show, if something isn't coming off, turning it one way, just try turning it the other way. You know, just try turning it the other way and see what happens. That's probably a good lesson to keep in mind there. But yeah, they were still pretty hard to get off from there, because, you know, we tightened them about as much as was possible to tighten with all our turning the wrong way. But it was pretty easy to get off once we put a torch to it. So just apply a decent bit of heat, and then it's like no problemo. So we torched them, put like a damp rag to them, and then freaking, you know, got them off like no problemo. So tires are off. So that's the update on the truck. Is the case. All right, power charge to all, and then this. But yeah, both some good news and bad news. Yeah. So there's that. And the 2 bolts that broke off, we're gonna have to figure out how to get like the broken halves that are in there like out now, you know. So that's also gonna be a bit of a puzzle. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we'll figure it out. Well, we win. I'm Moebius. Wait. There's no cutscene like after it? We actually killed her? So what happens if you do Uni's side story after this? Because X is, you know, one of the characters in Uni's side story. So I guess we just killed X. Like, I guess it's a really good thing that I went and did all the side stories.
They're never gonna beat us.
But genuinely, how do they work then if you do like the main story first? Is it cutscene with a Y either? Makes you think it's just, I mean, maybe, but if not, every player gets it. Like, it's not something that I have to go like super duper ham on. And it's also not really super genuous to say like lazy towards the end, because it's not like a game is developed from like beginning of the game to end of the game. It's not like things are developed in that order. I mean, maybe some games are developed in that order, but like, why would they? Gosh dang, I was trying to switch over to lands. What's the thing? But yeah, when a game is in development, they're not typically gonna be like developing the beginning of the game first and then like end of the game last, you know, not typically. So like getting lazy near the end isn't really how that would work, you know. There's that. Gosh dang, I'm just trying to switch to lands. Wait, I'm going the right way, right? I haven't been through here yet. I thought I was like farther back. Gosh dang it. Switch to, whoops, yeah, switch to lands. Switch to lands, see our highest HP guys, we run on through. Like, we could battle each of them, but I don't really want to, you know? I don't really want to do that. You are so dang mean. So dang mean, Mr. Dito. Away we go. Places to be. Diamond skiing. Yeah, if you guys want to not. Some of these enemies look like they came right out of Astral Chain or something like that. But yeah, I mean, there's one of the things that I want to bring up in my video essay on this eventually is a lot of situations where it's like, am I able to take this character seriously as a threat? And that's kind of the thing with like N as an example. Like Metalface in Xenoblade 1 made himself very known as a threat. Like, he's actively hunting you down. He's constantly showing you that he can beat you at any time and you have to do everything you can to like be on top there. But when you first run into Console N and like the Melia robot malfunctions, it's like, okay, now the game is gonna like show how more powerful he is than us by like, you know, beating us easily before we're saved narrowly by like the city there. No, he never even gets a chance to do that. The city comes in before that happens. I feel like he should have been absolutely whooping us to show us just how powerless we are against him. And then the city comes in, because just him like deflecting some bullets, it doesn't let the player know if he's meant to be taken as like a serious threat or not. So when he's seen in chapter 5, it's like, oh, is he a serious threat? Oh, I guess he is. I guess he is a serious threat. I didn't know this before because the game had the opportunity to let me know he's a serious threat and didn't really make it known. So, you know, there's that. So it's like, okay, I guess he's a serious threat now. And then after chapter 6, or after chapter 6 starts, all of a sudden, he's not a threat anymore. Even though, you know, he's been the one that's been out and about while we've been the ones like rotting away in a jail cell for the past month. All of a sudden, we're suddenly stronger than he is, which makes no sense logically. It makes a lot of sense symbolically, because symbolically, it's like this Noah is the one that's like more powerful as being the one who's willing to see his goal through to the end, even if he's alone, while the Console N Noah was the one who wasn't willing to do that. So symbolically, this Noah is more powerful. But logically, it doesn't make any sense, is the thing. Like, at least it makes sense symbolically. If it didn't make sense symbolically either, then that would be like a major problem. But there's a lot of things like that where it's like, okay, do I take these characters seriously as a threat? But that's in like chapter 5. I'm talking chapter 4, like against the Melia robot. Like chapter 5 is when he actually like faces us and takes us in. Like, if it was something more akin to Metalface, gosh dang it. Like, Metalface tracked us down, and the only way that we were able to get out was the Telethia coming in and saving you. Like, you literally just getting lucky. Like, something like that could have easily happened with chapter 4, just by saving the city coming in until after N's wrecking you. But instead, he just like stands there just like, I'm about to wreck you any second now, and then the city comes in and is like, well, guess we're gonna bail you out of this situation before you get the chance to see whether he's a serious threat or not. So the only time that you get to see whether or not he's a serious threat is right before he brings you into jail. And it's like, well, because he was a serious threat. Unlike Metalface, that's like, my goodness, he's just freaking Shrek'd our home and was about to kill us as well before getting called away. And then he tracks us down in the world and was about to kill us again. But we lucked out with like the Telethia. It's like, wow, we really need to get stronger than this guy, because the next time that we run into him, we're not going to be able to like take him and actually win unless we get stronger like ASAP. But the only time that we find out whether N is a threat is the time that, you know, the plot needs him to beat you. You know, you never find out earlier than that. Is the case. I'm turning auto battle off and I'm... Is this... Yeah, this is Ty on here. This sucks. This is Noah first, isn't it? Whoops. Do I not have like... Oh, I don't have... Of course I don't have revival gems on Senna because Senna's not my main one that would be like reviving and stuff. Okay, let's just do this just to take out like this one here. But yeah. Yeah, he like deflects some bullets, but that doesn't mean that he can like for sure beat the party, you know? Just shows that he knows like some fancy bullet deflecting tricks like a Jedi. Is all it really shows. It doesn't establish him as a threat like at all. It just leaves the player guessing like, is this character a threat? Is he not? Who knows? You know, is the thing. Characters like Metalface are directly shown like how much of a threat by literally showing that they can beat the party. Yeah, but Noah also has a sword that can cut through anything, like, and to the point that even flex tape isn't gonna be able to fix it, you know? Is the thing. Metalface directly proves to the party that he can beat you at any time. All N does is like swing his sword around like all fancily. Like for example, I could pull out my freaking nunchucks in the other room right now and do some really fancy looking nunchuck things. It doesn't mean that I can beat someone's butt with nunchucks. It just means I know how to do like some fancy looking nunchuck things, you know? is the thing. It's not exactly synonymous? Would that be the correct word? I don't know. With one's butt kicking ability, you know? Is the thing there. So while previous games, like, and same with Malos in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there were 2 encounters, the end of chapter 1 and the end of chapter 3, where it's directly shown that he can beat you, but you just like luck out to get out of that situation there, essentially. And it's like, wow, that's really lucky because if we stuck around there, like, he would have won. They would have beaten us, whether it's Metalface in Xenoblade 1 or Malos in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Whereas this game instead is just like, here's some fancy sword tricks, I guess. Could he beat you? Maybe. Who knows? Just gonna keep you wondering about that. So I feel like the threat level is nowhere near what it is in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. And that's one of the big things I wanted to bring up in my video essay on this as well. Same with like the consoles in general. Like in Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2, you constantly saw with like Metalface and Malos that they could beat you at any time. And you were just like lucking out to get out of those situations. Meanwhile, with the consoles in this game, you just start killing them like willy-nilly. Like, you just start picking them off just like that, no problemo. And it's like, oh, are they actually a threat then? Bye, Brittany.